Hey, it's Clay at claytrader.com. This will be my top 10 stocks as we head into Tuesday, September 23rd. This will be a technical analysis breakdown, so if you're someone that uses charts within your trading, or maybe you're just interested in learning more about charts and how they can be used as a tool to help make good decisions as a trader, this will be a video for you. First off, a couple of clarifications. Number one, the candlestick that you see right there will be moving around and changing. That's because the market's still open for a small amount of time. But I like to do these videos when the market is still open because sometimes we can capture some really interesting late day price movement. Second, I'll be using the 30-minute time frame, meaning each one of these candlesticks here represents 30 minutes worth of time. So ticker symbol number one, we are looking at BOXL, big mover today. And now this is where things get a little sketchy because it's hard from a presentation standpoint. Meaning, if you're some sort of day trader, flipper, scalper, or whatever you want to call yourself, and you bought right there and your plan was to buy and sell within 20 minutes, well then from that standpoint, the chart is an absolute train wreck. Now, if you care about things from the bigger picture standpoint, even with the bigger pullback today, the price has actually now got an interesting pattern where maybe this thing is getting ready to making a move back in the upwards direction. So I'm going to be talking about this more so from the bigger picture point of view. But the pattern here that's pretty interesting now is we have this lower trend line right here. And at the same time, we have this upward trend line right here. So let me change that to green to represent support. And then just to map out the pattern and make it easier to see, let's keep it all the same color. So again, we have our resistance right here. We have an area of support right here. And this is what I would call a falling wedge, which is actually a bullish pattern. Now, let me be very clear. Just because there's a bullish pattern does not mean for sure guaranteed if this thing consolidates out here and breaks through there that it's going to make a big move. But my point is that at least a valid question? Is that at least a plausible scenario? Absolutely. Falling wedges can produce some very nice movements. Again, does not mean that it's going to happen, but it is a valid thought to have. So if you do like this price range and you like falling wedge patterns, definitely keep an eye on it. Next one, ORIS, and same general idea, day trader, flipper, scalper. If you bought up there and you wanted to buy and sell within 10 minutes, not looking very good for you as there was a bigger pullback. But within the pullback now, there is a nice overall pattern, a little different than the one we just looked at, as I wouldn't call this a falling wedge per se. But we do have this lower part of the pattern showing that the price after the pullback has slowly been creeping upwards. But at the same time, the price also has this downtrending trend line right here to keep an eye on. So in this situation, like I said, whoops, sorry about that, clicked the wrong thing. So in this situation, we have our resistance, we have our support, and I would call this more of a symmetrical triangle wedge formation, whatever you want to call it. But the point is, eventually this is going to run out of room and the price has got to make its decision. So if you like these sorts of circumstances, you like to kind of grab your popcorn and then try to play breakouts, or I mean, many different ways you could approach it. But at the end of the day, if you like penny stocks, you like these wedge formations, these symmetrical triangles, then keep an eye on it. Next one, OPEN, and this is why I like to do these when the market is still open, because as I speak, not so good at all. This will mean a little bit more to those of you that have watched the past videos, but if you have, hopefully you remember me talking about this lower green line here, basically the bottom part of this, let me squeeze this down, sideways channel here, that's been in play now for several days, and as I speak, like I said, right now, the price has broken down below there. So that'll be the big question mark on my mind moving forward. How bad is this going to get? To be fair, the price could quickly snap back up, and then all of a sudden this kind of becomes a moot point. But as of right now, it is a valid concern because it is breaking through and it continues to drop lower and lower as we watch right there. So yeah, how bad is this breakdown ultimately going to get? That is certainly the key thing here moving into Tuesday. And the next very, very important level, I'm not saying the price is headed down there, but you'll definitely want to watch that pink line right there, which on my chart, it's a very famous, a very well-known 200 period moving average, currently valid right there at $7, and we'll call it 73 cents. But yes, rough movement here, very rough last 30 minutes as it's broken down through the sideways channel pattern. So yeah, how bad will it get? We'll see what happens. Next one here, SNAP, and we're having a lot of this where from the big picture standpoint, yes, if you're a day trader that you bought right there and you wanted to buy and sell within 7 minutes, well then, yeah, things are not looking so good. But from an overall arching standpoint with the pullback here, everything is fine. And I think that really the quickest way to kind of see that is just to look at that purple line there, the 50 period moving average. You can see ever since the price got up above it right here, there have been several instances where the price pulled back, found support. I guess kind of right there found support. Right here, definitely. I mean, beautiful example of it finding support. So even with the big pullback today, the price is still nicely above the purple line. So sure, again, if you're a day trader and you bought right here, you do not, you're not happy about the price having dropped like it did. But from an overarching standpoint, it's not like the entire chart's destroyed. So moving forward, definitely continue to watch that purple line, and as long as the price stays above it, then overall the trend is still in the bull's favor. As far as areas of resistance are concerned, key area to watch in my mind is going to be that trend line right there, give or take, just illustrating the fact that, yeah, the price has experienced a pullback, not just a question of can the price get a turn back upwards and break up through that area. Next one here, NVDA. This will mean a little bit more to those of you that have watched past videos and remember me talking about that resistance line right there, as it got very, very sketchy again this morning, broke up, came back down, but then finally the news came out, and this was just a crazy, crazy 30-minute period of time as the price came up there, broke through there, and then did not look back, and up it went, and now we have a very nice, solid, well-known pattern. So let's get this drawn into play. So there's our area of resistance. Here's our area of support. Let me get rid of that level as it served its purpose now. And then just to map out this pattern, make it easier to see. So we have our resistance, we have our support, we have a nice upwards move right there. We have the golf hole down here, and this would be known as a bull pennant pattern. So if you like bull pennants, you like very popular stocks such as NVIDIA, here you go. Real quick, want to take a break and help you solve a potential very common problem, and that is you want to be a day trader, and I'm defining day trader as having unlimited day trades every single day, but you can't because of the pattern day trading rule. Well, there is a way to get completely around that rule by moving into a different market and very little cost, and there's no pattern day trading rule. And quite frankly, this market moves way better than small caps and penny stocks anyways, but I do understand if all of this sounds a little too good to be true. Totally get it. That is why I'm inviting you to come check it out and see it with your very own eyes, because it's what I've been doing and I have been live streaming. So if you're interested but skeptical, again, totally understand. Come check out the live stream. It's every day. I start at 11 a.m. Eastern and I go for a few hours. So come see it with your very own eyes. Ask me any sort of questions. But yeah, you do not have to deal with that pattern day trading rule. Next one here, AGRI. Lots of them out there, lots of charts out there today that follow the same general idea that if you're some sort of short-term day trader, flipper, scalper who bought right there or bought right there and your plan was to buy and sell within several minutes, yeah, things are looking really bad. But from the bigger picture, a lot of these have, like I said, started to form some very interesting patterns, and AGRI is no different. So let's first map out the kind of bottom part of this pattern right here. There we go. Change that to green for support. And then the top part of the pattern right here, and you can see we have another nice little wedge pattern. Again, this is not guaranteed that the price is headed back upwards, but is it valid to think that the price could finally get some movement back up there, find some upside buying pressure? Absolutely. So if you like these circumstances, you like this price range, you don't want a penny stock, but you're looking to stay under $10, well, then here you go. Next one, BBAI, and overall I've been tracking this one on a very routine basis, and once again the price has put in higher highs, gotten up through this red line of resistance. So that's where the first update comes into play, just based on a rule that states when levels of resistance are broken and closed above, you want to see them act as support. So now moving forward, 695 is that ideal level of support. And if you say, Clay, what would make this chart look the absolute best looking moving forward? Certainly if the price can stay above 695. With that said, if the price falls below it, it by all means, everything is still intact. And that's where we just watch that purple line there, the 50 period simple moving average. Keyword being moving, so as time goes by, that line's going to move higher and higher. So as long as the price stays above that, if you just want to envision that as an overarching trend line in the upwards direction, well then by definition, the overall trend is still going to be bullish as it's staying above that, overarching, uptrending trend line. As far as areas of resistance, no need to overcomplicate this. Just ask the question, where did the party finally stop today? And the party finally stopped right there at $7.22. Therefore, that'll be the key level to watch moving forward. But all in all, this thing continues putting those higher highs and higher lows, and that's the name of the game. Next one, SLNH. And this is one of these situations where, from some angles, yeah, a little bit disappointing, because going into what I thought I was going to be talking about was there's this nice bull flag pattern here. So I'll draw that very quickly. So we had this, actually more of a bull pennant. So there's a bull pennant. But as of now, the breakout has already happened. So that situation, that angle right there was the breakout, and you're now just seeing the the results of that. Up it goes. But my point here is that now we get to ask a very exciting question, and that is this the start of something bigger? Now think about that question. It makes no sense to ask that question if nothing worthwhile is even happening. But in this situation, something worthwhile is happening. Again, it's getting the breakout. It's got very solid volume as it does it. So yes, it makes perfect sense to now ask, is this the start of something even bigger? So while you may have missed the initial breakout, who knows? If this is the start of something bigger and this thing's getting ready to rock and roll that much higher, well, there could still potentially be some value in this setup. Next one here, NIO, and this one finally decided to act human a little bit, just squeezing things down. You can see that from where it was down here at the lows to where it eventually went to. Very, very impressive movement. But even with the bigger pullback here, so I want to note that I'm certainly taking a multi-day, multi-week perspective here. So even with the pullback, to be fair, yes, the price has indeed pulled back. Very clear downwards channel. But if you do care about bigger picture, multi-day, multi-week perspective, part of that would be saying, well, sure, fair enough, it has pulled back. But what was the price doing before this pullback? Well, there is this big old upwards move right here, which is what is giving you the bull flag pattern. Once more, it's all about perspective. I understand if you're a day trader, flipper, scalper, and you bought right there, or you bought right there, and you're looking to buy and sell within 20 minutes. From that angle, the chart looks really bad. But if you are somebody that cares about, like I said, multiple days, past several weeks, then overall, even with the bigger pullback, there is still this bull flag pattern. Next one, TSLA Tesla, and all in all, the chart's doing just fine. Once more, a circumstance where, yes, if you're a day trader, flipper, scalper, and you bought right there, looking to buy and sell in and out within, 10 minutes, yeah, things are looking rough. But everything else, bigger picture, the price broke above here, this morning. You can see pulled back, stayed above it, so I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. So very nice breakout through that area. I'm also going to get rid of this level down there as it served its purpose now. Because right now, we don't want to overcomplicate it. I think the cleanest approach to look at things and to gauge things via the support side is just to watch that purple line, which I've talked about in the past charts. So you now know is the 50-period moving average. So moving forward, as long as the price does stay above that level, then all in all, I would say that the chart maybe isn't looking as pretty as it could, but it would still be putting in higher bases, and that's what you want to see. So in the near term and for the time being, just watch that purple line there as a key area of support. And then in regards to areas of resistance, I think the main battleground to watch moving forward be right up here, right around the $440 mark. But overall, put in a higher high today. Yeah, it pulled back, but still, even with the pullback, putting in higher lows. So from a big picture trend building standpoint, higher highs and higher lows, that's what you want to see. So that wraps up the top 10 list. Again, if you are sick and tired of the pattern day trend rule, if you just want a market that trades even better and smoother than penny stocks and small caps and all that, then definitely check out what I've been doing or swing by the live stream and watch it with your very own eyes and ask me questions, as I love to interact with people on the live stream. But if you're already convinced, then definitely go to that link and check it out for yourself. Like I said, you can get started for very, very little capital required, but then you get around the pattern day trader rule and you enter into a very, very fantastic trading market. So like I said, click on the link to learn more or swing by the live stream and ask me any questions you may have. So thanks for watching. As always, make sure you hit that like button and hopefully I'll see you on the live stream.